What is up, guys? Welcome back to a brand new tutorial video. Today I'll be teaching you how to heel whip. Before you learn how to heel whip, there are a couple of things you need to learn first. The first thing you need to learn is how to bunny hop, because if you aren't able to bunny hop, then you won't be able to get enough air to actually spin the deck a full 360 degrees and land back on top of the deck. The second thing you need to learn is what a heel whip is. So a heel whip is the direct opposite of a tail whip. A tail whip is when you kick the deck around with your toes and land back on top of it, and a heel whip is when you spin the deck around with your heels and land back on top of it. There are two types of scooter riders. There's scooter riders who tail whip naturally, and there's scooter riders who heel whip naturally. If you already know how to tail whip, then that's going to be really good, and it's going to help you out a lot because you already know how to spin the deck around and land back on top of it. But if you don't and you're natural heel whip, then that's okay, because today I will be teaching you how to heel whip. So now you know what a heel whip is, you know how to bunny hop, and you know if you're natural heel whip or natural tail whip. So once you know all of those things, then we can actually get started with the tutorial. So yeah, let's get started with how to heel whip. So the first step, or probably the most important step in learning how to heel whip, is the setup. Out of the three steps to do the heel whip from start to finish, the setup is definitely the most important step, because if you don't set up your body correctly, then you're not going to be able to kick the deck around and land back on top of it as efficiently and cleanly as you can. So the first part in the setup is placing your feet correctly, so you're actually able to kick the deck around as fast as you can and land back on top of it, which would reduce the amount of airtime you need to land back on top of the deck. I learned how to heel whip on fly out, but you can learn it off a ledge or out of a bank or anything that you feel comfortable with. But yeah, I learned it on fly out. Because that gives you the most airtime to actually kick the deck around and land back on top of it. So once you know what you're going to do it out of, you're going to want to know how to place your feet correctly, as I was saying earlier. I place my feet with my front foot kind of in the middle of the deck, and my back foot towards the end of the deck, with my toes on the deck instead of my heels, because if you kick the deck around with your toes, then you're going to have a lot more power, which means it's going to come around a lot faster and quicker than if you were to kick it with your heels, which means that it's going to be faster and easier to land. Once you have your feet placed correctly, or at least to a position you feel comfortable with, then you're going to want to start jumping and actually flicking the deck around. At this point, you should be able to do like a foot plant heel whip, or maybe start kicking it around halfway or a little bit over halfway. So once you get to that point, then you know that you have the first step down and you can move on to the second step. So the second part or step in learning how to heel whip is the arm/hand motion. So what I do after I jump and kick the deck around is use my arms to help bring the deck around faster, and basically just land on top of it after that. But the second step, all it consists of is finding the right arm motion for you, that will basically just help you bring the deck more around and make the deck go around faster. So what I do is, after I kick the deck, I bring my arms around in a circle and I land back on top of the deck. But some people are different. Some people tilt their arms, some people bring it closer to them. Everyone's different, but eventually you'll find an arm or hand motion that will make it easier for you to bring the deck around. So after you jump and kick the deck and find a hand motion that you're comfortable with and actually start trying to do the heel whip, you should be 3/4 of the way around, or even if you're lucky, you're going to be able to start one-footing it. After this, you're going to move on to the hardest and final part, which is actually landing the heel whip. So the final step in learning or actually doing the heel whip is landing the heel whip. As I said, this is probably the hardest step, and the reason why it's the hardest step is because you're actually going to have to commit to land it, which may sound easier said than done, but a lot of tricks when you're learning them, they're really scary to actually commit and full send to and actually land. But as I said earlier, you're going to start wanting to get basically one footing it every try. And after you start doing that, all you really have to do now is put both feet on and commit. It might be scary because you think you're going to fall, but it's a heel whip. I mean, you're not going to fall. And after you actually commit it and land it, it's going to be super worth it. So once you start one footing it every try, as I said, all you have to do now is commit to the heel whip, land it, and yeah, that's basically how to heel whip. I really hope I was able to help you guys out, and I hope you guys will be able to learn how to heel whip after this tutorial. But that's basically all there is to it. It's a super simple and easy trick, and I really hope I was able to help all of you guys out. But that is going to wrap it up for today's video. If you're new to the channel, then please subscribe. My goal by the end of this year is to reach 2,000 subscribers, and if you guys could make that, or if you guys could just bring me one step closer by subscribing, just one person, that would be a big step to actually getting to 2,000 subs. So if you aren't already, then please subscribe. It would make my day and mean the world to me. But yeah, that is going to wrap it up for today's video, guys. Don't forget to like this video, share it with a friend, a family member, or anyone you want to share it with. But that is going to wrap it up for today's video, guys. I really hope you guys enjoyed and I was able to help you out, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.